Man, you got to hats off to Leon, man. Hats off, because that was no easy task. Even though Nate gave him about 30 seconds. Like, are you ready? Ha ha ha. Are you ready? Ha ha ha. I heard you.
Yeah.
Ha ha. Here I come. I mean,
Leon was probably so happy. He's like, just keep pointing at me. Don't punch me. Just please.
yeah. Leon's going, yeah, I should point back at you. Yeah, but you said, notice Leon was so wobbly. He probably wanted to point at him, but he was too wobbly.
His eyes were rolled back in his head, Hob. When you see him after that first punch, he caught himself without falling, but his eyes were starting to roll back in his head.
Yeah.
He could have just been slapped. Like, Nate could have just done that classic slap, and it'd have been done. He'd have been over.
It'd have been over. All he needed to do is, once he cracked them, follow up with a few more, and it's been over.
Yeah.
Done. But nope, he's like, yeah, there you go. And like, no. I was like telling myself, no, go finish.
You know me, I was the same.
You earned the kill shot. Take it.
Yeah.
He didn't take the kill shot. Didn't take the kill shot. And it's not that he doesn't have a killer instinct. He does. He just, only he knows. Only he knows.
Yeah, I was standing up just screaming at the TV, go, 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 go. Because, like, you can't not root for Nate. I know no disrespect to Edwards, but you can't not root for Nate.
I was rooting for both. I wanted a good fight, and I got a good fight. I got a good fight. So
I was very impressed with Edwards, though.
But I knew Nate could do it, but I thought Leon could outpoint him. But then when Nate did what he did, I appreciate a good fight.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm rooting against either one, to be honest with you. It's just that I know Leon. I don't know Nate. Leon trained with me for 2 camps.
Yeah.
So I know him. So it's kind of like, an honor you go with that guy. I've never trained Nate. I don't know anything about Nate other than he's a good guy.
And it wasn't quite what I said. I mean, for the most part, it wasn't like in the beginning, I'm like, I hope Nate wins the fight. It was just more along the lines of, I can associate with Nate. I know Nate more, and he's a legend. So I kind of like wanted him to have a good performance. In no way did I think he was going to win that fight from the beginning. But I wanted him to have a good performance and entertain the crowd. And when it got to the point where he was losing 4 rounds, and then he landed that strike, then I was not only just rooting for Nate, I was rooting for this incredible upset that could possibly happen and be so exciting. So that's what I was kind of rooting for. And then who better for it to happen to than Nate, because he would make the most of it if it happened.
He would have got a title shot off of that. He would have got a title shot. Hands down, he would have been fighting for the title.
The place would have went absolutely crazy had Leon Edwards went down and lost that fight in the 5th round.
Because you know what Nate would have done? He'd have been, title shot's mine. Let's go.
He'd just take it.
More entertaining ways that I said it, but he would have said, let's go. And he would have deserved it. And we'll see what he wants to do. He's got so many options. He's still got Connor.
He calls the
shots.
shots.
He's got Jake Paul, potentially, if Dana would ever allow that, which I doubt he will. But if he ever did, he's got that one. Nate has a lot of options available. He is undoubtedly one of the major stars, and he's, you know what I like about him? He is not a champion, but he commands champion requests are granted to him. The champions can't get requests, so why be hating on him? So it's kind of like, hey man, you stop bitching, do it. And he goes out there and he does it. No, I ain't doing this. No, I ain't doing that. You know why? Because Nate Diaz brings eyeballs to the screen.
Absolutely.
People want to see him. Win or lose, they want to see him. They want him to win. The vast majority of people want him to win.
Yeah.
But he brings eyeballs to the screen, just like Nick does, And bottom line is, when you can do that, and you know how to call the shots like he does and his brother, they'll call the shots. And UFC has to bend to a certain degree, bro.
If you look at every UFC champion, Nate has more leverage and star power than most of them. And can fill more stadiums, including pound for pound the greatest in the world right now, technically, if he's still in, John Jones. I think Nate could fill up a stadium more than John Jones could, and John Jones is arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time, just because of who he is. And I'm not. That's not a knock to John Jones. That's just the facts stating from looking at the pay-per-view numbers and looking at the people who's behind him. Nate just goes and weighs in and gets more recognition, applause, and rumbling from the crowd than most of these guys when they fight and win. It's crazy.
Well, the thing of it is, Nate knows where his worth is, and he says, "Pay me straight up."
Yeah.
Real quick. with Mike Swick.